And he made his house and it's so big.
Yeah.
And a good artist.
What do you learn? Could you please describe of all the pieces of art that you look in the house? What can you tell us about that?
The history, the politics and the
Politicians.
yes, and the writers and the what else? I don't know.
And everything. Speaking about the experience, how do you feel today? Because you know there are many young people in the city of Medellin who don't value the art, because you know that is the problem with the young people sometimes. They don't value the art. As a young person in the city of Medellin, what do you think about SALSIPUEDES museum in Robledo? What's your opinion?
I like so much
Why?
because a part of the sculptures and the paints and all of art are also the green part, the trees and the flowers.
It's a natural place.
Yes, and it's great because we feel good.
Feel good. That's wonderful. Okay, people. I have here with Juliana. Juliana, she's an expert storyteller, as we know, and you are going to share with us some stories today, about maybe based on sculptures. What story do you have for us today?
Well, most of the stories about the sculptures I told you already on the tour. But there was one story that Vieco wrote. He did many things. He was not only a sculptor and a musician, but he also wrote some stories. This one is about a fakir. You know what a fakir is, right?
Fakir, yeah.
Fakir. The man in India.
Fakir. Not only in India.
Not only in
You
India.
can also look in here. A fakir is a street artist, a person who does damage to his body in order for money.
yeah.
For example, he eats fire, or he eats nails, or
Walk.
he walks on glass,
Glasses.
or
Glasses.
on fire, or broken glasses, or he hangs himself from hooks in his back, or does
He's
terrible
laid
things like
on
that.
a
He
bed.
sleeps on a bed of nails, for example. There was this man, his name was Fakir, his name was Martin. He was born in Sonson, a long time ago, in the days of Jorge Vieco. Jorge Vieco saw him one time and he thought about him and wrote his story. Martin, when he was young, he learned the art of fakir from his grandfather, who was also a fakir and who traveled all around the world. Martin would eat nails, he would breathe in fire and breathe it out again. He would walk on beds of hot coals. He learned to be resistant to pain until he hardly felt anything. And with what he could make, with what people would give him when he would go to a park or something and do these things, the money that he would make, he would send to his old mother, who was very sick and all alone. And with this, he would help her. He would give her food and clothes and medicine. But he would think, sometimes he would feel lonely, and he thought, I hope my mother lives for a long time, but if my mother dies, I hope I have a child. But I am so ugly, no women want me. What will happen? Anyway, his was a very hard life. Even though he worked so hard, he was very, very poor. And he did a lot of damage to his body until the doctors told him, you have to stop. If you keep eating metal, if you keep breathing fire, if you keep doing this, you will die. If you do it one more time, you will die. And so he became a beggar. And just when the doctors told him that he couldn't work in this anymore as a fakir, he got a telegram that his mother had died.
Oh.
And right outside the telegram office, when he had the telegram in his hand and he was walking very sadly, he suddenly heard a baby crying. He said, what? And he followed the sound until he found a little basket by the side of the river. And inside the basket, wrapped up in blankets, was a little baby girl. And with the baby was a letter from the mother saying, please take care of my baby. She likes powdered milk. And so he thanked God because he said, God has taken my mother, but he has given me a daughter. And so he took the baby home, and even though he was so poor, he raised her, and he worked very, very hard to give the best that he could to his daughter. But it was very difficult. He would have to beg in the streets. And sometimes when people wouldn't give him money, sometimes they would insult him. Sometimes they would throw rotten food at him. Sometimes he would become angry with God. And sometimes, when he had no food to take to his little girl, he would steal. He didn't want to because he was a good person, but he loved his daughter so much that he couldn't bear to see her go hungry. And he never hurt anyone. But the people of the bakeries and the people of the city, they started recognizing him. The old man with very thin legs and arms and a wise but very damaged face and long beard. They would say, ah, this is the thief. This is the old fakir.